Welcome back to another episode of Georgia Forages, the digital series. My name is Dr. Alicia Baxter, and I'm your University of Georgia State Forage Extension Specialist. Today we're going to take a virtual tour of the Bermudagrass Garden at the Sunbelt Ag Expo. The field is located just inside Gate 4 at the Darrell Williams Research Farm at the Sunbelt Ag Expo in Moultrie, Georgia. 6 of the most popular Bermudagrass varieties grown in our state were sprigged here in 2016. These included Alicia, Coastal, Coast Cross 2, Russell, Tipton 44, and Tipton 85. Coastal was the first hybrid forage Bermudagrass from Dr. Glenn Burton's work at the Coastal Plant Experiment Station, originally released in 1943. It is considered to be one of the most successful forage Bermudagrass varieties ever released and grows on approximately 15 million acres now in the southeast. Coastal is the standard against which we compare all other Bermudagrass varieties. It establishes well, has excellent drought tolerance, and produces twice the amount of forage of common Bermudagrass. It is best adapted to the coastal plains and lower Piedmont regions, though, because it has a lack of cold tolerance. Tipton 44 is a winter-hardy hybrid Bermudagrass released in 1978. Its winter hardiness allows it to be grown more than 100 miles north of the recommended range of coastal Bermudagrass. This hybrid produces finer stems, is darker green, and forms a denser, higher quality stand than coastal Bermudagrass. Alicia Bermudagrass was selected and marketed by a Texas businessman in the 1970s. Although Alicia is no longer recommended for use in Georgia, it's still quite popular and was sprigged here at this site for comparative purposes and future research studies. Alicia is relatively easy to establish and can produce hay yields similar to Coastal or Tipton 44. Unfortunately, its forage is about 10% less digestible than either of these varieties, and it's very susceptible to leaf spot and may not consistently provide a thick, dense stand. Russell was jointly released by Auburn University and Louisiana State University in 1994. Russell is very winter hardy as well and is likely either a mutation or hybrid of Cali Bermudagrass. It spreads rapidly and forms a dense canopy that can produce yields rivaling our newer releases when moisture is not limited. Although it is less digestible than Tipton 85 or Coast Cross 2, Russell is easier to establish and manage and considered a solid variety throughout Georgia. Tipton 85 was released in 1993 by Dr. Glenn Burton. It is easy to distinguish from the other varieties since it has larger stems, broader leaves, a darker green color, and is taller growing than our other hybrids. It consistently provides the highest yield in our variety trials throughout the state and retains the high digestibility of its parent line Tipton 68. The combination of high yields and thick stems can slow hay curing, and so we strongly recommend harvesting every 30 days and using a mower conditioner to reduce the curing time. Since it's not very winter hardy, we recommend Tipton 85 only be grown in the southern 2/3 of our state. Coast Cross 2 is the most recent release by Dr. Bill Anderson from the ARS station in Tipton, Georgia. Coast Cross 2 is similar to Tipton 85 in that it produces very high yields and has superior quality and improved digestibility compared to older hybrids. Coast Cross 2 has broader, softer leaves than 85, but it is still less winter hardy than Coastal, and so we'd only recommend it in the southern 2/3 of the state as well. Of these 6 varieties, Coast Cross 2 and Tipton 85 are the least susceptible to Bermudagrass stem maggot damage. Work is currently underway in Tipton, Georgia to develop a new Bermudagrass that produces comparative yields to these varieties but shows an increased tolerance to the Bermudagrass stem maggot damage. This Bermudagrass hayfield is used for a variety of extension and research activities. This hayfield is used each year for field days, equipment demonstrations, and other educational and extension activities. We just concluded a 3-year evaluation on the Bermudagrass stem maggot last fall, and the results will be published at the end of this year. Although there are no active research activities in the field in 2020, we continue to monitor improvements in yield and forage quality. Since research first began in 2017, Cumulative yields from July to September have doubled because of small improvements in management each season. We will use this information to guide the design of future forage research and extension demonstrations at this site.